Hann stærsti vaxtaræktarmaður heims, vegur 150 kíló. Þýska tröllið Markus Ruhl kom til Íslands á dögunum. Ég heyrði í honum hljóðið. When and why did you start in bodybuilding, Markus?
First reason when I was coming in this gym first time was in 1990, I guess. I got a serious injury on my knee about a soccer playing. So doctor told me after I got a surgery on my knee to go in the gym and build some muscles around my injury. So after a couple of years of training, I was competing the first time, then I get the bro card after a couple of years. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
How much did you weigh when you started doing lifting with weights?
When I remember right, and when I look back on my page, because I keep the weight over there, it was about 62 kilos I had, so it was really tiny. I told you I was a soccer player, and I know you can't believe it, but for sure you can check out my website, you see the pictures, how it looks like. It's a totally different person. So I doubled my body weight over the years.
More than double?
More than double. I'm now on 150 kilos and I start with 62.
How do you go from 62 kilos to 150?
Seriously, I can't tell you. It's just coming step by step. From year to year I improve my body weight, I improve my shape, my condition, and like I told you, after 3 years of training, I won the German overall, and then I get the pro card. It goes really, really fast, and sometimes I can't believe how fast it goes, because people train for 10, 12 years, didn't get any result, and I trained only 3 years, and then I get the pro card. It was a very fun thing.
But did you very soon feel like you had to go extreme?
I never think about it to be a bro one day. I just go in the gym because it makes fun what I do. I love to train, but I never think about any success or if I want to turn pro or if I want to go on stage one day. I just like what I do every day, to go in the gym and train.
But you're not telling me that you woke up one day looking like this?
No. I tell you, I just improving, but I never think about to go on stage. So just one guy, he was competing in German championships for a couple of years, and he told me, Markus, why you didn't go on stage? You look phenomenal. I tell you how to make a preparation, and then do me a favor, go on stage. And I do that for him. He gives me a little bit of support, like about nutritioning, food, training. And then I go on stage and I won the German overall. Nobody believes it, but I didn't believe in myself.
But you talk about improving, but one day you must have thought, do I want to look like this? Because this is an extreme look.
Seriously? I like the way I do. I mean, to look like that, have some good feelings and some bad feelings. Good feeling is, I like the muscularity, I like the weight, I like to look like that. Makes me a little bit more motivated, gives me more energy, more power in the daily routine. The other thing is, sometimes to be that heavy and to have that much muscle, makes you a little bit like you live in jail, because I couldn't walk too fast, I can't run, I can't go in the city and buy some clothes because nothing fits, so I have to look for something special. When I find clothes for myself, it's always in the States, for example. I can't go to anywhere and say, oh, that's a nice shirt, I buy that one, because it never fits, you know.
But can you cross your legs and talk to the phone?
Not really, no.
You cannot?
No.
But wouldn't you like to?
I never think about that. That's a very good question. I tried it out when I'm back home. No, I can't do it.
But how about food? How much do you spend on food?
You mean how much money?
Yeah.
The good thing is I get sponsored. I get a sponsor for all the supplements from Ultimate Nutrition. I have a sponsor in Germany when I want rice or chicken. So actually I don't need a lot of money for my food. I need more money for dress me up sometimes. When I need a suit or something, it costs me about $2,000 to find a suit for me. And that's more expensive than the daily food or supplements or what I use for my sport.
But how much do you eat? Do you eat like 3 or 4 people, or?
Yeah, I would say yes. It means it's two different things in the year. In off-season, in preparation for a show. In off-season, whenever I have a chance, I eat something. I didn't count about calories or protein or fat. Doesn't matter for me. I'm just eating when I'm always hungry. In preparation, it's a little bit different. I have to count the calories. I have to count the carbohydrates, the protein. That's the way how you can make improvements if you change something. That brings you to the end of the result when you're going on stage.
Are you always hungry?
Not really, but it's a part of the job. Like you did, when you're tired, you have to go to job because it's your thing. When I'm hungry or not hungry, it doesn't matter. I have to eat.
But how about the classic question that people would ask? What about steroids?
Steroid is a very difficult theme in the sport because I would say something. In bodybuilding, we get all drug tested because we want to have the sport very legal and we want to have a clean sport. The thing is, not all the people have enough knowledge about bodybuilding. So they mean, if somebody have a big arm, he must using steroids.
But you must be using steroids off-season.
Not really. We are drug tested like everybody else.
Are you telling me that you've never done steroids?
I never tell you. You ask me the questions if I'm using steroids in the moment or not. We are all drug tested. Okay, because we are a member of the federation of the IFBB, and we get all contracts that we are drug tested, and we get tested, and if we get out of the IFBB.
But is it possible to look like this without having never done steroids?
Is it possible to drive the Tour de France without steroids? Is it possible to walk around 90 minutes on the soccer field without using something?
Probably not.
That's the answer.
What is the difference between men competing in being like this and girls anorexic going to states competing who is the thinnest?
You mean the difference between women and men's bodybuilding?
No, I'm meaning like this extreme.
Yeah.
To go this extreme, what would be the difference between competing in bodybuilding, looking like this, and if girls would be competing in who is the thinnest, anorexic?
You mean who's the different?
Yeah.
It's totally different kind of sport. Our goal is to look in the best conditioned and to look in the biggest shape we can be. For the woman, you have to ask a woman because I have no idea how they come in shape. I didn't do anything about this kind of sport. I have no idea.
But in general, you are happy with your life and with how you look.
You mean this year?
Yeah.
The first 3 weeks of January, I was in preparation for a show. Then I tore my hamstring, so I stopped my preparation. In preparation for a show, you're not always happy because you have to stay very focused on your sport. That means you never go out, you never have time for party. You're just strict on your daily routine. That means wake up at 6 in the morning, doing your training, going back home to the gym, eating, relaxing, training again. And that happens 20 weeks before a show. It's not, it's not very funny.
But how about, for a man like you, how about family life?
I'm not a big family man, so, you know, I love my mom, I love my wife, I love my friends, and I love my dog, but I'm not a really family man, so actually I don't miss anything. Whenever I have a chance, we go out for a cinema or have dinner together, but I'm not a big family man.
Já, þar með líkur